kick out at 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is episode 50 of Kick Out at 2. I'm Nick. I'm here with Brian and Steve.
What's up, baby?
Finally got the band back together. Brian's back from Spain. He's alive, we think.
I felt so
I don't
aggressive
know.
saying that.
This weird dance, that's making me think. Brian, we think you might not be Brian. Because you got back from Spain.
Well, we thought.
You got back from Spain, and then there's nothing.
Boof.
There was no kick out of two for Brian.
Into rehab.
Yeah, he was just gone. So
there's a reason why.
Okay, well, please, the audience demands to know.
Okay, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. Right? It's like that Family Guy episode where he's like Peter points to the camera. He's like, "That's right. It's a Meg episode. Here you go. Change the channel if you want now." I mean, we got a lot.
Yeah,
we got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover with the story behind Luchador. We got story behind Brian Travels Abroad. We got a lot. We got a lot.
I have to.
Can
Can I quickly pay off something from last week that I said?
Oh, also, also, we got to pay off something from last week too. So go ahead,
Okay.
Steve.
I just want to say that my brother does, in fact, listen to the podcast, listen to every episode of the podcast. And
you caught
so I was
shit
wrong
when you got to work.
No,
It was like, you asshole.
no, I thought about it afterwards, and he was like, "Whatever, man." But I thought about it after. I was like, "Oh, But it was funnier the way I said it.
Also, one follow up from last week's episode too is that the reason why Kelly gave you a look about being a dedicated drinker is because there's an elite group of people that also consider themselves dedicated drinkers. And those people are called alcoholics. So I don't necessarily, you need to stay, you need to stay in that healthy range with me and Steve, where it's above social drinking and right below, I hate what I see in the mirror.
Depression.
Right in that soft spot of just
I can't tell you how sad it makes me to know that I have to stay in the Brian and Steve level to get healthier.
Yeah, that's where you need to be. You need to be in the
no titty zone.
Yeah,
right. Well,
yeah,
we ain't getting away from these titties. We'll talk about that again, but we're not getting away from these titties. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
They're here to stay.
Yeah, you need to be in that beautiful rainbow of divorced dad and no hair. Right there.
Right in there somewhere.
Shiny. Look at that shiny.
There.
It looks like a wiener. Look at it. Look at the shine. It looks like a wiener on my forehead.
That is your neighborhood, buddy. You get your mail delivered right there. Okay?
Yeah.
Just
okay.
so you
well,
know.
Listen, I am down 6 pounds since the theme park incident. All right. I am eating clean. I'm not doing low carb, but I am I'm doing that like watch your macros thing that the internet people do. Lots of protein, but I'm still eating carbs and fats to I'm not going out of control because I realized the shot is not for me. It's not.
Nope.
Here's why.
Nope.
I'm not old enough or unhealthy enough for the shot. Like I hear a lot of people tell me like, "Oh, I just started on the shot." I'm like, "It's not for you. You're not there. You're not it." Like my mother started on the shot. She's exactly who needs it, right? She can't walk. Right? She can't walk because sometimes it's tough because she's getting older. And because she can't move around, she's overweight. And she can't work on the weight because she can't walk. She's on the shot, man.
Right.
She's doing she's over at the gym like every day at the, the county community center every day, trying to get this under control. Dude, last night I was at 3 graduation parties yesterday. She was at 2 and she was just motoring around like it was 15 years ago. She doesn't even get it yet. She doesn't know. She is it's way better. The shot is not for me. I can go to the gym. So on top of watching out for the food, I've been at the gym and I joined a more better gym. Finally, we'll get into that. and I have stuff that I do at home now. Like I
Wait. So does that mean we can start doing like fucking steroids?
no,
Yeah,
Can we
yeah, we
just
no,
can.
start
no,
doing
We can.
can't.
And
steroids and peptides and
so
testosterone replacement and
yeah,
all this shit?
we're
Yeah.
doing all of it.
Mm,
I just spent a week in Spain with Danny, who's been on steroids for a year now, and his life is amazing. So yeah, like there's
mm,
you have no idea.
Okay,
Yeah,
mm.
I mean,
so
I'm not even saying we're not even doing like prescribed steroids. We're doing like big papa pump steroids.
Yeah, yeah, from the gas
Pull
station.
down your shorts, needle in the
Right.
thigh,
Jabbing
old
each other in the ass.
school,
I do
Rocky
have
Horror
a
montage. Yeah. Mhm.
jabbing each other in the ass with a needle.
Yep,
Let me
that's us.
clear
That's
that up.
somebody
Yeah,
else.
let me
okay,
That's
clear
wait,
that
a
up
wait, wait,
for
little
you.
wait.
backstory.
So now they just
Huh?
the FDA just declassified HGH as harmful. So there are no
What?
right.
Yep.
HGH is now just a thing.
Yeah.
Like go
Yeah,
get it
yeah,
if you
yeah, yeah.
want it. Like
Right.
full
That's how
on
I hit
HGH.
200
Like the
pounds.
FDA was like, whoops. Like, okay, I get it. They have to say like, whoa, everyone calm down. We have to make sure this is okay. And it takes time to tell if something is okay, right? So they're like, look, only idiots and assholes are going to do this when we tell them not to. So if it's harmful, let's harm them. And it hasn't. They're all fine.
I don't think
They're
so.
just swole and
I
There's
think
a
healthy and
I
happy.
think it's the opposite. I think they're like, "There's too many people in this country. We need to start
Like, get
killing
rid of them.
people
yeah. Well,
immediately
that's
and
why
figuring out a way to do it." And then the GLP shots, the HGH, all of it. Like the
that's
heart
just to get
attack
rid of the
rate
fatties.
like the heart attack rate in ages from 40 to 55 in like 5 years is gonna be like through the roof, you know?
All right. So
Almost there.
what before we I mean, we got to get into Spain here, but before we do that, what are we going to start taking here? Like
Oh my
what's
god.
the answer? Are we all getting on the same stuff or is it just your own
Yeah, why
personal
not? What the
journey? What are
hell?
we
I don't
doing?
know. I mean, so like Danny has his own guy in Oregon who's a part of the International Bodybuilding Federation. So
Oh,
like
cult.
we have an in.
It's a
Yeah.
cult.
I'm gonna tell you.
There's a there's
I'll
a
text
place in
Danny.
Bethlehem that there's a
Yeah.
place in Bethlehem that you go to. It's like a clinic you go to. They draw your blood. It's only for men. They draw your blood and they just spin it down and then they figure out what is the best cocktail for you. It's in Bethlehem, PA.
Well,
I have the website on my cellular device,
my
which I'll pass on to you.
everybody that I talk
So,
to at 45 is saying they're like, you have to go to the doctor. You got to get your testosterone checked.
hmm
And I'm like, yeah,
a
but
lot of the
all the
processed foods
signs
and
of a
shit.
low, like all the classic signs that I think I would have for low testosterone, I don't have at all.
You don't.
So I'm like, why do I
There you
need
go.
to
Us are
get
fine. We're not those guys.
checked?
You know the guys with the low
High
T. You
cortisol.
know the low T guys. Yeah, it's your cortisol's high. That's why we're overweight and we're tired and everything hurts.
Yeah.
That's what we got to
Yeah.
get under control. So, all right, we're going to talk to Danny. Fine. We'll let
Yeah.
Danny's guy
Let's
hook
talk
us up. I'm going to
the
have him shipped to Steve's house. I'll pick it up from there so that Kelly doesn't know.
I'm gonna ship it to Kyle's. Ship the Kyle's.
I'll have him ship it to your parents' house. Me and your dad
Oh,
just shooting each
no,
other up in the air.
no,
I
my
drive
dad'll
past
put
your work.
my dad'll
Just
put
stop
all
it too.
that in like a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
On top of the
which
fridge.
he also so since his last stroke, he went on the shot too, and he just like your mom. He's like
Your mom.
he's like 210 pounds now. Like
Yeah.
he had
Oh, nice.
both his knees replaced, and like he's slow anyway because of what's going on now. But like his body is just like growing up. Like he was like 370
Oh,
pounds our
big man.
entire life, and now he's like 219 pounds. But I look at him though, like his body though looks exactly like so many people's bodies that are on this shot at like 46. Like
Yeah.
it's just all gone. No shoulders, no hips, no mass, no nothing. And you're just like, this doesn't work. Big head, droopy, like
Yeah.
all of your collagen's gone in your face. Like,
Yeah.
like that's how
But
my dad's supposed to look. That's not how you're supposed to look at 46.
Right.
Thinner, not
Because when you get
thin.
into your 60s and 70s, it's like, okay, my heart can't take all of this. We have to do something, even if it's drastic. That's why, like, one of my cousins, I'm at a graduation party. One of my cousins was like, "Oh, I've been on the shot." I'm like, "You're skinny, you asshole. What are you doing? Like, it's not
Yeah.
for you." And she was like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Shut the fuck
Oh.
up, you asshole."
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you don't even know, like, if you're injecting breast cancer into you. Like, you have no
Correct.
idea.
Correct.
Like, they were just rushing that shit out to get people addicted,
Like
you
a
know?
COVID shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly what it
Well,
is.
that
But
brings
they
me to
gotta
my
cover.
point. The reason it's not for me is I was on it. It worked incredibly well. Look, I felt great. I was motivated to like get shit done all the time. I wasn't drinking as much because like you have a beer and you're like, "Hoo-hoo." I I was like
Rusty the Clown?
no, yeah. I was in the best shape I think I'd been in like 15 years. I was feeling good,
AJ,
looking
break
good.
the wall!
Yeah.
He's using the ladder!
The problem is I stopped taking it and it was like, "Oh yeah, you're an undisciplined asshole and you're just gonna eat everything that's in front of you." Like,
Yep.
before we started recording, Steve and I were talking about how, like, I could not drink. Like, there's beer that's been in my fridge right here for weeks or months. Like, I'm drinking this Guinness. I bought a 12-pack of Guinness 3 months ago, it's still sitting in there. Like, so, like, alcohol is not my problem. I do drink, but I don't think, like, I can go weeks without drinking. I went to 3 graduation parties yesterday. I had 3 beers, like, ultras, you know what I mean? Like, light beers.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's easy.
but if there's food in front of me, I'm eating it. Like, that's the end of it. Like, there's not so, like, last night, uh, Cullen comes home from one of these graduation parties with 3 pizzas. There was a pizza sitting on the kitchen table from the night before that someone brought over
What a
here,
jerk.
and he shows up with 2 pizza boxes, and in one of the boxes was a meat lover's pizza on top of a plain pizza. I was like, "Why is this so heavy? This is crazy." And I open it, I'm like, "Oh,
It's a sandwich.
yeah, it's so heavy." So now there's just, like, all this pizza, and guess what? I'm gonna eat all of it.
Yeah.
Like
I just I had this image of you at 2 o'clock in the morning, laying in bed, listening to the siren call
of
from the
the pizza.
Yeah.
kitchen
Oh my
of the
god,
Yeah.
pizza.
that was last
Like
night.
Oh,
Looney Tunes,
pizza.
where the floaty finger
Yep,
is
yep.
coming and it just goes up your
Nicholas,
nose. And
Yeah, the
Nicholas.
cat still alive is out screaming, and I'm like, "Oh, I wish that cat was dead," but that
the
Mhm.
cat-
oh,
Like, just like
cat's like,
oh,
like
pizza!
there's
yeah,
pizza out there. I could just have pizza.
literally, like,
That will make
like,
yeah, that'll
lifting
make
you up, like
everything better.
yep, yep, yep.
The
Just like
only
lifting
reason
you up like a Disney character, and you float it
yeah.
right out of your bedroom.
Like, with my
The only reason
toes,
he
like,
didn't do that
scratching the
because
floor.
it's too hard to take all his machinery off to
Y
get
right,
out of
right,
bed first.
right. Yeah,
He's like,
all kinds of
"Oh, I want
headgear going
pizza."
on.
Forget it. But
Like,
Yeah.
I got my CPAP mask on.
I
Forget
just
it.
I just put a rack of ribs, 4 chicken thighs in the smoker to go
Mm.
slow. Kelly and the kids left to go get, haircuts at her mother's house, so I'm not jealous about that. And
Oh,
when we get off of this, while that stuff's in the smoker, I'm going to go inspect this pizza.
I'm
That's
sure.
just
A
that's what's gonna happen.
thorough inspection.
No.
Like
and sit on the toilet.
yeah, like Kelly's gonna come back, he's gonna pass out on the kitchen floor with cardboard in his mouth.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh.
And her
Mhm.
first question is gonna be, "What happened to the
Somebody
pizza?"
stop. Somebody stop me. No one's
Hey,
here to stop me.
and Nick's gonna get back, "I'm not even ashamed. This is who you married. This
I
is
am
who you
ashamed.
married." Mhm.
I am
Yep,
ashamed.
yep.
I hope that I'm floating in the pool with the cardboard in my mouth and not on the couch because this
Yeah.
is a float in the pool day.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
hotter than
I
the devil's asshole up here. I can't imagine what it
He's
is
gonna
down in North
float in the
Carolina.
pool. He's gonna float in the pool with the box on his chest,
Ooh.
singing
you can't
bare
even go to the
necessities.
pool. Like, you can't go to the pool. You can't go, you know how, like, up there in the winter, sometimes it's so cold you can't go outside?
Yeah.
Like, down here, for this types of heat advisories, you can't go outside. Like, if you're gonna do any yard work, it's gotta get done at, like, 7 o'clock in the morning.
So
Like, there's just no
why are you wearing a hoodie?
because I just came in from a crazy intense workout, was dripping from head to toe, peeled everything off of me, and then threw a hoodie on because I like to have a hoodie on to keep the heat from the workout still.
Keep
Oh,
it going.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Keep it just right here. I don't know why, I've always done it like that. It's just a thing. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, like I am like I worked my ass off to try and look somewhat passable and healthy for Spain. So like now that I'm back, I'm like, I want to just keep it going,
Yeah.
right? And like I got into a pretty good routine. And so yesterday was my first day back for a workout and I sweated out like a small midget. Like it was like I was you have no idea.
Are
Like,
we allowed to say
and
that?
then today was
Do I have to edit that out?
well, we did. Well, we did.
It's out there.
Then
Midget?
Sorry, universe.
and then the same thing this morning. Like I'm gonna keep, you want to keep this going. I mean, you put a lot of hard work into it, but it's the same thing. I won't take the shot. I was talking to a mutual friend of ours this week, and she was like, "No, I'm just doing the good old fashioned starving yourself." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yep, like like work
Self-hate.
out, watch what you
Yeah.
do, go
I'm
from
doing
there."
like 2,000 calories a day. And then on Thursday and Friday, I burned 10,000 calories between the 2 days.
Ooh,
Right. Additional calorie, like not your
So bad.
normal
yeah.
staying alive
Yeah.
calories. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they have these things at Costco now. It's chocolate chip, coconut, and like cookie dough, all
Hmm.
healthy. They're just protein. They're mashed the protein balls.
Mm.
You just fall, you just snag
You
on.
just eat 'em?
Yeah,
Nice.
like and then they have these things. I don't know if Kelly got them. I told her about them. I have them for lunch. They're pre-cooked steak or chicken bites. You just literally open up a packet and eat your
Cool.
protein. That's it. Yeah, they're really
Go.
good. They're like
That's good shit.
$14 for like 16 packs. So like it's really good. I told Kelly, I'm like, feed him the Cullen. You just feed him right to Cullen, like
Oh
at
man,
any time.
And then when you
that
go
kid
to
eats
Costco
enough. Fuck.
when you go to Costco next, get me some stuff I can make bone marrow butter with. Yeah.
Well, you could just
Mm.
wait. You could just
I was gonna
they
text
have
that
a
to you, but
tub of beef tallow at Costco.
it's not the same. It's not the
What?
Mhm.
same.
It's better. Kidding me?
I
It's
Yeah.
need
so
bone
funny.
marrow.
You'd be like,
I
but Steve,
I
I
like
got
to
your
cook it and scoop it out of the bone and feel like I'm
yeah.
cannibal.
All right, but
Cannibal.
Wait, we are
Steve, I
getting
got your
Go.
bone marrow ingredients. He's going, Brian, these are 5 pounds of M&M. I'm like, "No, they're worth 5 pounds.
Ooh,
They're
sweet
worth
tarts. I
5 pounds."
like sweet tarts.
so now. All right.
All right. So what are we doing? We're starting with Luchador. We're starting with
No,
Spain.
we have
I
to
feel like
start with Spain because you were missing, and
sure. Okay.
yeah, we got to know
Okay.
what the hell. Like, I want to know. Like, first of all, I don't give a shit what the audience wants to hear about. I want to know what happened in Spain. That's I'm going to do this podcast
Okay.
whether anybody listens or watches it or not. So
You
whatever.
know, to be honest with you, I'm getting a lot of people now, or random people who I never thought, or now telling me, "Hey, podcast. I know you're even doing a podcast. This is crazy. Or I
Well,
love it."
you have to a podcast. You know what I mean? Like,
What's
Yeah.
that?
yeah, we say "Where's Brian" a lot. Yeah, that's what I get from all my listeners, Kyle. Uh,
Right. But what I'm saying is that like the clips and everything on Instagram, like there people are like like noticing.
yeah,
Like so
yep. The
like it's
clips,
kind of really funny to see.
yeah, the clips on
I'm like, oh,
Instagram and the shorts on YouTube are
yeah,
so I can do a short every day. I don't. I could, uh,
right.
but I have to like physically do it. Now this week I'll be
Yeah,
certain to do it because I have all week. I don't have anything to do this week, so I got
Mhm.
nothing. I might
we
come to
got
North
we got
Carolina for a minute.
900 hits on that Tuchador clip. That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that
Man,
was huge. And I spoke to what? All right. Do we want to just get into El Tuchador? Is that what you want to do, Brian?
no, let's do Spain. Let's do Spain.
Let's do Spain. Stain?
Spain is pretty there's
Okay.
like Spain. 'Cause Spain is I'll
What do
give
we
it
want to know?
I'll give
Let's ask him a question.
I'll give as much as possible,
Yeah.
but also know that it's only half the story, and then there's Spain After Dark, which will be have to save for the kick out at 2 After Dark episodes.
Let's start that. Let's start
Yeah.
there.
So, okay, here we go.
Here we go.
So for backstory, and people been know about, we've been talking about it for weeks now. My younger brother, I spent 25 years traveling around the country or traveling around the world for sports. My youngest brother, we're Irish Catholic. He's 17 years younger. He's 15 years younger than me. So he never got to travel with us wherever we went. So it was one of those things.
Yeah.
So I asked him, like, what do you want to do for his 30th birthday? He was like, I want to go somewhere with you. Like, I want to do a brother's trip. I'm like, all right, fine, great. Pick anywhere, we'll go. He picked Spain. This is where we're at, right? So my youngest brother is a carbon copy personality of me and the rest of us. Like big, engaging character, just who it is. Can't just quietly be alone in public, right? So it
Right.
starts off, we're in Philadelphia, we'll go to the Amex Lounge on Friday before we leave. So we get to the Amex Lounge about 2.5 hours early. So we're in there, we're having a couple of drinks. We meet the bartender. It's a German bartender. It's a 52-year-old woman German bartender. We start talking. She's asking us where we're going. We're like, oh, we're going to Spain. She's like, oh, what are we going to Spain for? I'm like, oh, we start telling her why. And Danny also goes, we want to go to ABBA brunch. So in Spain, there are these things called ABBA brunch. It's an ABBA themed brunch
Oh,
where they just
like a mama
play
brunch.
all of ABBA. Like for Danny's generation, apparently ABBA is like a huge thing. They have them at weddings. They hire saxophonists for weddings to come and play. It's a crazy thing. And in Spain and in Ibiza, they have these things called ABBA themed brunches where they're just playing music and people are losing their minds at this thing. It's crazy. The clips are crazy, and they look like so much fun. So Danny was like, "Yeah, we're going for ABBA themed lunch," and she was like, "What is ABBA themed lunch?" It's a 52-year-old German female bartender.
Right.
She's like,
No
"What
clue.
is this ABBA lunch?" And Danny was like, "It's ABBA. Don't you love ABBA? Like, who doesn't love ABBA?" And she was like, "No, I love ABBA." And Danny starts going off like, he was like, "I gotta tell you, like, if you don't trust ABBA, I don't trust you." That's my motto. And now other people in the Amex lounge are like, "Well, I like ABBA.
Right.
Do you like ABBA?" "Yeah. In fact, I have on my playlist." Like, all these random people, like, old men golfers, like, just, and so now Danny has them in the Amex lounge. Now everybody's singing their favorite song. "Oh, what about money, money, money?" Like, it's crazy. There's this woman who's sitting at the end of the bar. She was, like, in her mid-30s. She was from Denmark, and she's like, you two should come to Denmark where I'm from." She's like, "There's a whole ABBA museum." And she goes, "Why are you so interested in ABBA?" And I go, "Oh," I'm like, "We're an ABBA cover band." I'm like, "Once you put the wigs on," "once you put the wigs on, can't tell any of the difference."
Over.
And she was
Can't
like,
tell.
"Oh." So Danny was like, "Do you like ABBA?" She was like, "I love ABBA." Danny was like, "Tell me your song." So this is all at 10:30 at night
Right. This is
before
before
we
getting on the plane.
this is before getting
Right.
on the cross, like, Atlantic flight,
You're
overnight
in your
flight
pajamas at the airport.
in our vagina. Like, this is all before we get on the plane, right? So we're in line, and this guy comes up to us, and he goes, "Hey," he goes, "A bunch of us saw you guys in the Amex lounge, and we had a bet." And we're like, "What's the bet?" They go, "You guys are tech bros, right? Like, you guys are absolute tech bros." And we're like, "What do you mean?" They go, "We're like, you guys are like millionaires who just don't give a shit. Like, you just don't
Yeah,
care. You
right.
just do whatever you want."
Yeah, my name's Tim. Nice to meet you.
And I was like, Daniel was like, "We got the millionaire part correct." And I
Yeah.
go, "I do work in software, so we kind of, yeah, I guess." And he was like, "Oh, I knew it. I knew it." So he's
And
like,
he's like,
"Wait,
I got this leg.
the guy's like, I told you, right?" So, like, we're all, like, talking and mingling, and we're getting on
His
the
leg's his
plane,
business card.
and Danny and I are, like, we're playing, like, how much volume is too much volume? You know what I
Ah,
mean? Like, we're playing the
yeah.
game, like, how much volume is too much volume? So Danny was like, "I took 3." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Well, give me 2." I have 2 in my hands, and I'm like, "Look," I'm like, "Should I take 2 because I had 5 double Jack on the Rocks?" And Danny was like, "No, you should just give me those back so you don't die over the Atlantic."
Good
Yeah.
move.
How many of these till I don't wake up anymore?
Right? He was like, "Just take this."
Give 'em back.
We fly over to Heathrow, and at Heathrow, I hit up duty free, buy 2 massive bottles of Gentleman's Jack for, like, $60,
Nice.
right? And I'm
God
like,
bless. Yeah.
Duty free,
"Awesome,"
baby.
right?
Let's
Yep.
go home.
So I hit up duty free, then we get on the flight from, England straight to Ibiza, and the
17-minute
whole
flight.
plane, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was like an hour. I think it was like an hour and 20 minutes. It felt like 17 minutes. So the
It takes
whole
longer to
plane,
take off and land than
Yeah.
yeah.
the Yeah.
Like, a majority of the plane are just 30-year-old bachelor and bachelorette parties, and then English DJs who are going over to perform, and it's nuts. Like, the flight and, like, Danny and I have been up like, I left Charlotte at 7 a.m. on a Saturday, and now I'm in England at, like, 2 o'clock in the afternoon Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm like right, so I'm, like, barely standing, and the stewardess is coming by, and Danny's like, "Hey, bang, 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 bang. Double jack, double jack, double jack, double jack. How many double jacks can we get on this plane?" And she was like and, like, the DJ with this female DJ who we were talking to, like, thick, thick British accent. Like,
Boy,
she apparently also
You like
apparently
Oasis?
remember Stussy? Remember Stussy back in the '90s?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no.
Apparently that's back. Big time back. Big
It's
time
like
back
Oh, the
surfing
brand, like
skater gear.
the brand.
brand. It's one of
Oh,
the
Yeah,
graffiti ass
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
and it's a big thing, right? So Danny and
It
I
it's back in
are just
England right now.
yeah,
Right.
apparently
Okay.
it's huge in Europe.
Alright.
Danny and I are just and the DJ right next to us slamming them, just slamming them, right?
Yeah.
So we get down, we get down we land, we get in the cab, take it to the hotel. We booked on the opposite side of there's the tourist section and then there's a local section. So we booked 5-star adult only local section
Nice.
and it was unbelievable for so many different reasons. But reason number one is that right across the street from the hotel was like like a mart, like a Wawa for the most part that
Nice.
sold everything you needed, liquor, whatever, all right there. So instead of paying $10, $12, $15 for one Jack on the Rocks poolside. Like when I eventually ran out of liquor, I would just pop out across the street, $20,
Refill.
buy a bottle,
Boom.
all today, right?
Sold. Yeah.
So we go to the hotel. Hotel's beautiful, right? Now, Grant, we've got all day running around. Go to the hotel. Hotel's beautiful. We go get settled, come back downstairs, go to the pool. Pool's amazing. Pool bar, waiter, waitress service. Every spot was a cabana. You don't have to pay for the cabana is just a part of the pool. So you can uncover the cabana or cover the cabana however you want it. When I say beautiful women, it's an understatement. Like you know how sometimes whether it's a male or female, whatever, you're walking by and it's just a beautiful person that walks by and you're just like, Jesus Christ. You were pretty much at Tourette's. You were just every 2
Whoa.
minutes, you're just like, "Jesus Christ, they are beautiful." So, so Danny and I start drinking, right? So we start to drink at the hotel and at the hotel pool. We go down to the promenade. There's a promenade with all these restaurants on the water. We go down, we start we start one restaurant, we get dinner, we meet a hostess, we get lunch, we meet a hostess. A hostess gives us a bunch of bars to go to for that night, a bunch of discotheques. She's like, "Oh,
Nice.
discotheque, all right."
Sure.
Now, I didn't know this with Danny. Danny is fluent in Spanish. No idea.
Oh,
How'd
no
that
shit.
happen?
That's
I'll
awesome.
tell you how. And I go, "How are you fluent in Spanish?" And he goes,
Oh, never mind.
"I only date Spanish women." And he goes, "My whole life, all I've dated was Spanish women. So I've been able to piece together Spanish from all of the years of them screaming at me in Spanish." He's like,
Right.
"That's how I know Spanish."
Right.
He's like, "I've never taken one class, no
That's how Kyle knows
Duolingo,
Spanish.
no nothing."
Yeah.
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 He's like,
Yeah.
That's it." So, but
Well,
Danny
he has to learn so that figure out what his in-laws are saying about him.
Yeah.
right,
Right.
but yeah, but Danny
Mhm.
is Irish, right? He's Irish, and he's an Irish he's Dwyer, he's Irish. So he doesn't speak Spanish to people. He screams Spanish at people. Screams it at because he's so happy to be speaking Spanish and but he's literally screaming at him. So one of the like we're in a corner store at one point, and the guy screams at Danny, "You speak Spanish like a Tijuana bus driver." Like, screams at Danny. Danny was like, "I don't even know what that guy means," and I was like, "I think I know what he means, buddy." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "You're screaming Spanish at people. Like, you're not talking with
Are you
them.
screaming
You're
in their face?
screaming it at them, right? Like, and he was like, "Oh, okay." So we get dinner, we go back, more drinks at the pool. Okay. It's now 10 o'clock at night. Now, 10 o'clock at night, Sunday. I've been up since 7 a.m. Saturday. Okay. We go out. The hostess was like, she was like, "Go here, meet us there, me and our girlfriends there. This is where we're gonna." I'm like, "All right." You go to this one bar, we go in, start drinking, have a great time, just meet a bunch of random people. Then we start walking to another bar, and the hostess grabs us, and she's like, "Oh, come on in, free drinks, Americanos, Americanos." I'm like, "All right." So we go into this other bar, and it's me and it's Danny, it's a bunch of other people, and we're talking to the bartenders, we're talking to the hostess, and this bartender, Danny's speaking in Spanish to this guy, the bartender's eyes like get really big, and then he like points like to this really big expensive bottle, and he's like, "Well, all right." And James like, "Yeah." So the guy brings the bottle down, opens it up, pours this out. We're doing shots. I don't know what they were shots of.
It
Some sort of
doesn't
tequila.
matter.
Danny,
It's blood,
yeah.
human blood.
So Danny leans over to me and he was like, "Hey," he's like, all the while, like it's like an after school story. I go to Danny. I'm like, "I know you don't smoke anymore, but you should really try these European cigarettes. They're unbelievable." And he was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Just get a pack. You're gonna love them." Danny's already halfway through a pack. Like, right? Right? So now Danny leans over to me, he's got a cigarette in his mouth, and I'm like, what did you tell that guy?" And Danny goes, "Oh," he goes, "He wants to know, Danny's wearing this entire time, wherever we go out, Danny's wearing these $800 tailored Versace shirts, right? And like like the classic late '90s rock. Like that's
Yeah,
what he's wearing. Completely open. Like
right.
all these
Chest,
wild colors
bare
designs.
chest, bare chest.
So yeah, so the guy's like, "Oh," he's like, "They asked me if I was mafia." And I'm like, "Oh," he goes, I'm like, "Oh," I'll start laughing. And I'm like, "What'd you tell me?" He's like, "Guys, I'm not mafia." He goes, "So I'm a white coyote." And I go, "What the hell's a white coyote?" He's like, "Trafficker." I'm like, "What? Are you saying you're trafficking people?" He's like, "Yeah." He's got the cigarette in his mouth. He's like, I'm like, "Dude," I'm like, "You're gonna get a knock at the door tomorrow morning and a fucking bag over
He
your
did
head. Like,
he
what
Yeah.
are you
did look the
doing?"
part too
No,
with
no.
his
He's not getting
black
the bag
slick
over his
black
head.
hair and his black mustache. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right? So
Brian's getting the bag.
yeah, yeah,
yeah, you're
right?
getting the bag.
So
You look
now
guilty.
we end up they end up telling us about this club, this high-end exclusive club with VIP booths and public, like, private, almost like luxury boxes in the club. So Danny buys us a couple of tickets to go to the club. It's 3:30 in the morning at this point, right?
Oh God.
We go, and, like, we go in, they're like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, up here," like, private escort to this place, all this stuff. Danny ends up meeting in line as we're going up, like, a group of, like, English soccer hooligans or
Yes.
Irish, like,
Yes.
soccer hooligans,
Yeah.
and he just keeps calling them the lads. He's like, "Hey, laddies! Hey, laddies! Like, come on, lads!" Like, it was like, and they're like, "Oh, Danny, oh, come give us a kiss." Yeah, like, unreal, right? So
Danny boy.
they're partying, and I'm like, "Oh, this is so much fun," and I'm dead. Like,
I was
that's it.
just gonna
Like,
say
just
Saturday.
I was just gonna say
vanished.
I'm more likely to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning than be out at 3 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So everybody
Your
loses
battery
me.
died in the
Yeah.
middle of the
gone.
stairway.
So everybody loses me, right?
Yeah.
I end up waking up on a chair
Feet in the
with
ocean.
around a bonfire in this club. Outside, I'm in a chair around a bonfire at this club. And I look over and it's just me and like 5 women and just like, and they're all like talking. And I'm like, "What am I dead? Am I dead? What happened?" Like,
Did I
I
die?
have to,
Who
I
am
have to,
I?
yeah, like, I was like, I have to get up. And it's one of those things where it's like, Right foot, can you move? Left foot,
Yeah.
can you move?
Both
Like
answers
dead
are
yet?
no.
So I try to get up. I can't get up. And the staff is like, this guy. So I
He's
am
gotta go.
literally like this, like carried out 4:45 in the morning, carried out of the bar, put in line to go get a cab to go back, right?
Oh,
I'm in line, and all of a sudden in the far I hear, "Oi, oi, oi, hermano, hermano, hermano!" And I'm like, "All right, look over." It's Danny. He's like, "What are you doing? What are you like cigarette hanging out?" He's like, "What are you doing, man? Where are you going?" I am like, "Look,
it's like,
Snuffleupagus, I
I
have
want to get a baconator.
I
Get a
can't
baconator.
I ain't no talk no more, do no good no more," right? I end up and like, it was the first time I have been carried out of an establishment in probably like 25 years. And that's the first night we're there. The first night
So
we're
what
there.
I take from that is this is a multi-show story, is
Put
what
it
you're
on the
Oh
telling me
my
list.
right
god, you have
now.
no idea. You have
Okay.
no idea.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
So
that's why I said like this is like Ibiza after dark can't like that has to be its own story. Like it can't be this story. So the next day, so breakfast, the times for breakfast at the hotel go from 7 in the morning until 12:45 in the afternoon, right?
okay.
And you're like, wow, 12:45 for breakfast. That's crazy. Well, woke up at 11:45, right?
Yeah.
So like go downstairs, one of the
Just
best
made it.
I've ever had. Like the fruit, the food, everything's amazing. Absolutely amazing, right? So I go upstairs and I'm like I have my own room, Danny has a room, and I'm like knocking on Danny's room and I'm just going, knocking on it, I'm going, Hermano, Hermano, where are you, Hermano? Right. So he finally wakes up. He got in at 6. Right. He's like, oh, he's like, those lads, the lads, they're crazy. We end up going to breakfast and I go back upstairs to take a nap because it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It might as well be 9 o'clock in the morning out there.
Yeah.
I go upstairs to take a nap. I come back downstairs at 3 in the afternoon. Danny's at the pool. Danny has three margaritas coming back to the cabana from the pool bar for himself. And he's like screaming Spanish at them. He's oh, oh, and he was like telling, like pointing them to me. And so I have my pit bull cup that I took with me
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
Good touch.
Spain, completely full with Gentleman's Jack to the very top and ice, right? So we're just at the we're at the pool until probably until about 6:30 at night. So they're literally like, "You guys can't. It's over. Like you gotta go. You can't." Pool's closed up. There you go. And then the second part of this whole story, we'll keep until next week because it gets even crazier.
Yeah.
It gets even crazier.
Nice.
I don't know if I can take any more. Like
I know.
I can't
Yeah.
believe you're here now. Like okay, so this is Brian.
I'm
He
good.
wasn't
Yes.
taken over. He's not an NPC
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
nobody can make this up.
No.
Nobody can make this up.
And all right. So
This is
to
wild.
give you a little bit of a hint for the next batch of stories for next week, it involves 21-year-old trust fund daughters from Connecticut, couple bags of blow, definitely some Molly, um,
Sorry.
dancing in public with hostesses, and
Twinkies?
what's that?
Twinkies or actual hosts? People who work their best friends?
You know, it could be a little bit about ABBA, and
Of course.
Nice.
and I think 2 visits to topless beaches. So,
Sweet.
and many more 4:45 AM adventures.
Okay. We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it next week. We'll talk about it because we have to follow up on our newest guest participant on the podcast, our homegrown luchador, El Tuchador. We got a lot of really great feedback on El Tuchador. They were like,
I know.
loved it, and some savvy members of our audience are kind of in on it. I think they understand what's going on and why it was so great. but I laughed for like 3 days. You're telling me there's some lead up to this?
First of all, did I deliver or did I deliver?
Yeah.
Right? I
No.
know I got the
No,
acknowledgement on the pod
Yeah.
when you arrived, but
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. No,
2
I don't think it could have been better than that. That was probably the
Well, I
best.
mean, Corey Feldman would have been
Corey Feldman
knocked
would
it
have
out
been
the
pretty
park.
great. Yeah.
2.5 weeks of planning and a very, very, very arduous walkthrough on Discord.
With a very difficult human. El Tuchador,
Yeah.
I actually know quite well. And he's
Such
cantankerous.
high maintenance.
Very high maintenance. Yeah. Very high
Yes.
maintenance. Did you
Like,
learn any
I
Spanish while he yelled at you in Spanish?
No, but
No.
so it
No.
came down to 2 options.
Speaks perfect English.
I had 2 options.
Yeah.
First of all, because we, as a wrestling podcast, believe that everything is wrestling,
Yeah.
like, we need a little theatrics
Yeah.
in the pod every now and then.
Absolutely.
And so I felt like this would be something where we could roll out some theatrics of who is the mystery guy? There's a mystery guest? Who's the mystery guest, right?
Mhm.
So I had 2 options. I had El Tuchador. Then I was gonna go with Kyle. But I know Kyle
Right.
is
Bryn
banned.
said.
Yeah.
Banned,
Yeah.
right?
Bryn ruled.
I'm like,
Jeff
It's-
was passed.
I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but you mentioned to me before, like when Bryn makes a ruling, it's like a federal law. It's like we can
Federal
make
law.
little rules amongst ourselves
Yeah.
and break those rules.
Mhm.
They're like misdemeanors, whatever, fine. But like when Judge Bryn makes a ruling, that's a podcast wide
Yeah.
rule. So like no Kyle on here, no
If-
Kyle on
if we
or
remember.
Suffolk Gary,
As
which
As long as we remember.
And so, like, that's what I told Tooch. I like to call him Tooch. I'm like, Tooch.
Yeah.
everybody loves
I
it.
yeah. I'm like, Tooch. I'm like, it's either you or Kyle. And Tooch, just drink down. He looked me right in the eyes, and he goes, Brian, I will be there. Do not let that jackass on the podcast.
Right.
And I was like, Tooch, I know that jackass. I love that jackass. I've known him since he was 9. I've known him since he had his Britney Spears posters in his bedroom. Like, it's like I can't call him that. And he goes, okay, my apologies, but I will be there. And I'm like, all right. And I feel like Tooch really made it. I really think, I think he
Really did.
made an impact.
I
right?
spoke to him after, and
It was
he
funny.
showed a lot of interest in coming back on to do more. So if anybody can't make it, he said
You gotta back
he
up.
said he'll
Well,
be prepared.
I feel like Tooch is our special attraction,
He's our Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
right? Yeah. You
Mhm.
can't have too much of him. People are going to hate him.
Right.
Not enough of them.
He's the
Not
Wendy
enough
to
of
our
'em.
Howard Stern show.
Yeah, not enough of them. People will be excited when he pops up,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
You know?
I think like we're getting close on. I mean, this is our 50th episode. I feel like I want to do something kind of big for our 1 year. So I may get. Maybe we'll check in with El Duchador for our 1 year anniversary
Yeah.
show. Make it a little bit of a extravaganza.
I'm gonna get Corey
Maybe.
Feldman.
Oh my
We'll
God,
see. Okay.
please. Oh
I'm gonna do it.
yeah.
I'm
Maybe
gonna do
we'll
it.
I can't get retired or nurse Tom because he is old and anti-computer. Like he will not. Like I would have to go to his house and tie him to a chair. Be like, "You're doing a podcast," and he's gonna go, "What's a podcast?" And I'm gonna go, "Okay, just start talking." So, but I bring him up
Like,
because
I don't know.
retired OR nurse Tom, he falls into our Everything is Pro Wrestling talk. So this week on Everything is Pro Wrestling is the NBA Finals because I didn't watch them because I don't really care. Like I'm a sports fan in that I like our hometown sports teams, and then when they're eliminated, I kind of forget that it's still
It's
going
over.
on, except football, I guess. So retired OR nurse Tom is a little bit the same, but he hates the New York Knicks. Hates them. He hates everything about New York. He hates the people. He hates the Knicks. He hates everything. Now, I don't necessarily agree. I don't disagree with this point of view, right? But and he has been like he's 69 years old. He's like I tell him like everything's pro wrestling. He's like, stop it. You can't think like that. You're too young to be so jaded. You can't think like that. He gets in the bus after game 3 of the NBA Finals, and he's like, or after game 4, and he goes,
Or
"This is pro wrestling. We're watching pro wrestling right now." And I was like, "Ah, I told you, Tom. I
Wow,
told you you're
you've
watching
learned.
pro wrestling.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's all pro wrestling. You don't want San Antonio. Nobody cares about San Antonio as like the city. No, you need a big
Uh,
market, big team win for a championship. New York's falling apart. They need something to bring money in while mayor's systematically destroying the city. Like you just need something. And so the refs are behind it and Wemby's in on it. They're all in on it. It's not real. It looks real. Some of it is real, but not all of it because it's pro wrestling. And he was so
so
defeated.
they came back. The Knicks came back from 29 points down, but still didn't cover.
Imagine
Damn.
that.
Spread was I think the spread was 2 or 2.5.
Yep.
They won by 1. Like,
Mm.
it's so blatant now. It's just so blatant.
Yeah.
And especially in the NBA. Now look, people can say, "Oh, well, oh, that's all ridiculous." Well, let's see. In the last 10 years, they've had a referee caught by the federal government for gambling and fixing games. They've had a coach in the last year and a half get caught in a gambling ring with the mob in Portland. They've had 3 different players suspended from the league for tanking their prop stats, right? The payout was $100,000 for players on $30 million
Yeah.
contracts.
Yeah.
So,
The
like,
the league gets
Did
them.
any
That's
players go down
Yeah, they make
for the
so much
poker league?
money because you're like, "Look, you're making this much money. Don't ruin it." And it's not all the players. It's not all the
yeah,
refs or all the coaches. It's certain players, coaches, refs, administrative
yeah.
people that are part of
Yeah.
the game.
And it's just a coincidence that the Knicks win the title the year of a brand new multi-billion dollar broadcast contract that they have. But
Imagine
streaming,
that.
television, and all of this. Wow, what a coincidence. So
Yeah.
I'm like I'm so done with the NBA. It's not like it's like they're not taking dives. Like I mean, a majority of them. It's not like wrestling in terms of like they're taking dives and they know the outcomes. It's the referees are. If you go back and you watch, you can't just come back from 29 points down. You need some aid, and that's where it is. Like the refs swallow the whistle for one team, so the other team can come back and the game's interesting, so the rating will stay up.
Right.
Like, it's
Right.
one of those it's what's good for business, what's best for business. And, you know,
Yeah. I
all
just
the
think
while too,
Yeah, the
a
NBA
lot
is
of
just
these
is worse at it. They're just so much more blatant.
yeah,
Like for instance,
yep,
let's say the Flyers, right? Are building a young team. You're watching this narrative, you're watching this story. Now, if they went and won the Stanley Cup in the next like 2 or 3 years, you'd be like, "Yeah, young upstart teams can do that in hockey." It's a little bit like the storytelling's a little bit more believable. Not in basketball, not when you have this incredible star and all of a sudden he can't play in the finals.
yeah. I I I believe the NBA and the NFL. The NBA, the NFL, I don't believe anymore what I see is real. Major League Baseball and hockey, I believe what I see is real. But, like, I don't think like boxing after a while, what killed boxing ultimately is that the audience just didn't believe what they saw. Just didn't believe what they saw. Like, I mean, the results of judges, you're like and I'm like, that's the
Whatever.
NFL and the NBA are not a sport anymore. They're an entertainment business. And that
Sports
enter
entertainment.
yeah,
Sports
that
and
entertainment
entertainment.
business runs
Yeah.
off of an algorithm that tells you certain things.
Right.
And I'm like, I wouldn't be shocked if they were like, "Hey, the algorithm for the best turnout for the most money for all of the owners and teams across the board would be if this specific team with this type of player and this type of story wins the championship."
Yeah.
And
Paul
you're just
Heyman
like,
said it. He said, "I couldn't have written this better."
"Yep,
He's a genius.
yep."
Right.
So, me, I'm like, that's where I truly and I'm not the only person, you're not the only person, like, a lot of my brothers believe it. A lot of people believe it now. They're like, just like, yeah, no, I don't believe what I see with the NBA and the NFL. It's true. And you can see it. You can absolutely see it. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, I mean, we're 46. We're
Well,
just yelling at cloud at this point.
yeah, right. Like I feel like I've gotten to a point where like I can still watch our hometown sports and enjoy it when they win, and then when they lose, go first. It doesn't matter because it doesn't affect me in any way, right?
Mhm.
They're still making money. I'm not making any. Like I wasn't making any extra money if they win. I'm not losing money if they lose. Everything's fine. But also, then I can say, oh well, it's not real anyway. So okay,
Yeah.
let's just move
And
on.
absolutely, don't bet it. Don't bet those sports either. Like,
Yeah.
that's another thing. Do not bet those sports.
Now
Like,
that
they're
being said, the Eagles are 1,200 to 1 or something to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's that's a good bet.
You can't pass up
1,700
those
bucks.
odds,
I
man. You
hear ya.
can't.
The one thing that I watch more now than ever before is baseball. I watch because it's just put it
Eyes
on.
closed or eyes open?
I put it on, and I can do whatever else I wanna do while it's playing, and they modified the game now where, like, you just didn't know how long a game was gonna go,
Yeah,
but they put in rules in the last 3 years that make the games, like, 2.5 hours on the dot for the most part.
right.
And so you know,
And
"I
if
watch this whole game, 2.5 hours, good to go."
if John Kruk is the commentator for a Phillies game, you might get a crazy story. So,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that guy,
Yeah,
shit. Leave the TV
he's
off
an
as long as
instant
the sound's
classic.
coming through. I'm good.
Yeah,
Mm, mm,
I feel like he got
uh,
older in the last 5 years. Like he got really old looking.
Yeah, well, be like that.
um, so what else were you up to?
Well, we have a couple things that we can talk about. We can
Okay.
we kind of already talked about pizza. I made a bad pizza decision, but we'll save that. I have another driver in the house, so Cullen's driving, and we got him a car. Um, Steve's obsession with dude wipes, or
Ooh,
Hey,
we,
what's going on? What is the dude wipe thing?
well, he's very invested in his butthole. That's his favorite thing. So,
easy,
Um,
easy, easy,
okay. Right.
easy.
Okay.
Dude, wipes are like it's like an adult baby wipe, right?
but
But these are
Okay.
menthol and it cools you down.
sorry, you said
The
So
menthol.
menthol?
mentholated, yeah, they're menthol. They have menthol on them. So it's
Wait,
like
do you
it's a cooling.
require cooling down
Wait,
of your ass after you use the bathroom?
When it's been 108 degrees outside, yeah,
who makes these
yeah.
dude wipes? Newport?
Dude wipes.
Hey,
Dude
By
wipes makes dude
Marlboro.
wipes.
yeah, Morrow. What?
All
No,
right. Well, okay, we're
yeah,
going into
look it
this
up.
now. Steve,
Wait.
you got to walk us through the process. Okay, listen. I'm
No, no,
No, no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no, no. I
no,
no.
mean
no, he doesn't.
the
No, he
wipes.
doesn't.
I
What
What do
can't.
you
doesn't
do?
do?
Wait,
He
I
can keep
need
it
to
No,
surface
know.
level. No, you don't. You don't need to know. He can
I'll
keep it very surface level,
I'll
and
draw
then the
exactly.
new
It
Yes,
stays on
people,
the
yes.
surface.
like
Surface level, surface level.
Right.
You
the new people who are listening to the podcast won't be like, "Hey, oh, why am I listening to
I'm not
figure out
I'm not gonna
the trash?"
describe I'm not gonna
I mean
describe it.
that.
If you have a particular question, I'll answer it, but
okay?
I'm not gonna
Here's
sit
my
here and
question.
walk
You've
you through the
you've
situation.
you've you've gone to the bathroom. You've done a
Yeah.
normal cleanup routine, correct?
Yeah.
And you're just
Yes.
finishing with this dude wipe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Maintenance.
What do I then throw this dude wipe in the trash or does it
They're
go in the
flushable.
toilet? They're flushable. Now
Come
I've
on.
heard
Come
none
on.
of them are flushable. Like don't flush
I
anything.
don't believe that. It says it on the packaging, so I do what the packaging says.
You mean you've never had packaging lie to you before?
I don't care. I don't care that much about it. I don't care. What am I gonna care about the
It's your
environment?
plumbing bill, man. I don't know. You have a friend that's a
No,
plumber. You should maybe ask him.
exactly. I don't have to because I don't care.
Oh, oh boy. And
Um,
so what is the benefit here?
What do you mean? Extra cleanliness?
comfort.
Yeah.
Comfort is the benefit.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
I don't want that. I
No.
know.
You rather be
Like 45
uncomfortable
hours
and
too.
itchy?
Like, yeah, that's because I deserve it.
All he
No.
knows.
No.
Yeah.
That's all he knows.
See,
His comfort is
you
being uncomfortable.
when you're done back there, you take a cooling mentholated dude wipe and you rub down the boys and you're like, wow, my lease on life is just opened up now.
Wait,
I feel great.
wait. I thought we were on a way different part of the body here. You're talking about the front area wiping down.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, not
Think about when you were changing diapers, okay? Once you wipe the kid's asshole, did you just leave any shit on the other areas? Like
no,
when
but I
you know?
generally don't have shit on my balls. Like I don't.
Can
No,
we?
because
Can we
they're
not? Can we not? Can we not?
adult.
No, can we not? We don't need
Right,
to.
Brian wants to
Don't
bail.
need
I
Brian
don't
wants
have
to
shit on
bail.
my
to.
balls
Want
either,
to?
So
but I
what we're
like the
saying,
cooling aspect is
the official position of the show is that dude wipes with menthol are good.
Yes.
Okay,
For comfort.
so we will
comfort.
Yes.
try them. I will hate it because I enjoy being uncomfortable and sad because I feel like I deserve it. I'm sure it has
Joyce
something to
is
do with the
clinging.
fact that my father left, but whatever, you know.
What? I don't
I
know about
guess
that.
being that we're a wrestling podcast, we should talk a little bit about wrestling.
Oh, do we have to?
There's one thing that's come up I have to give whoever
This
did
this is a tissue, by the way.
it. Look at with your brow. And like,
Oh, it's so
like
mentholy.
It's cooling.
um uh one thing that is really impressive is WWE, their YouTube pages are very, very impressive. Like they've done a lot of work with them. They're
Yeah.
really good. Specifically, their WCW pages.
Oh,
I'm not lying. I'm not. They have categories that break down the wrestler by their year. So it's like, oh, Sting in '92.
Oh,
And so
so you
like
can get
all of
Glacier in '98.
hopefully if somebody's listening to this, you know what I mean? We
Glacier
can
in
get
Ring of Honor.
Meng in '97. So like it's like one of these things where you're just like, and it's like then they have these things called like the story of. So they'll have all of the affiliated clips on a timeline that show you the evolution of whatever a storyline was going all the way through it. And you're like, oh. So you just like put it on while you're doing something else. It's playing in the background. It's actually really impressive. It's not nearly as good as what the WWE Network app was, but
Yeah.
it's actually still pretty good.
All right, you're kind of
So
right. I'm looking at it right now, and they have like, oh, from WrestleMania 42, all the entrances. Like, if you're just one that you're like, I just want, like, I watched it, but I want to go back and really enjoy those entrances
Oh,
again. You can do that. Like, that's kind of cool.
yeah.
I
they have
like that.
just the entrances. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so they have like you see like the Steiner brothers in '89. You're like, oh, okay. Like so you can like watch classic wrestling too and have it all just like right there and categorized, you know?
Yeah.
Do they have a Hulk Hogan destroying the industry by keeping other talent down section? Can we get
No,
that now
because
that
it
he's
They
didn't
won't
dead?
happen.
Can
admit
we
that.
point
Didn't
that out?
happen. Didn't happen.
They won't admit
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
they
didn't.
might do it.
Oh, so in my travels, I watched a ton of new movies. Like 4 or 5 brand new movies, and a bunch of them are just fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, tell me.
Absolutely
So
fantastic.
we're
Yeah.
done talking about wrestling on the wrestling podcast.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay,
We
fine.
did our
Very
we
good.
did our we did
Good job,
Yeah.
everyone.
We're done. We're good. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, give yourself a round of applause. Um, so it was like 4 I think it was like 4 or 5 of them. So there's in the movie industry right now, there is a slight turn back to where it was in the '90s, where you had these under the radar type movies where it was just like a solid cast of like B actors, like Suicide Kings, like 2 Days in the Valley, like those
Yeah.
types of movies we had in the '90s. Like that's starting to come back, which is really cool. So this one movie was called it was a comedy, it was like a sci-fi comedy called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Right.
It's like a time travel movie, and it's really creative in how it does everything, and, like, I would like, the whole cast are actors where you're like, "Oh, I know them. Oh, I know them," but they're not A-list actors, right? So, like, it's something if you come across it, I Sam Rockwell is in it, and he's, like, the
Right.
lead, and he's fantastic in it. He's absolutely fantastic.
He's good. I
So
like him.
yeah, I Highly recommend.
What? I saw
Another
It's on
Pena.
Prime
Michael
Video.
Pena's
I'll
in
watch
that.
it today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's another one on HBO Max with Sydney Sweeney in it that was it was probably the best movie she's ever done. It's this movie called Christy, and it's about Christy Martin. She's the first
The boxer.
iconic female boxer. The movie was really, really well done. And I feel like if there was any other actress that wasn't Sydney Sweeney that was in that role, people would have lost their mind over it. Like the
Oh, right.
performance.
But because
But it
we're
was
supposed to
so,
not like her.
yeah. But it yeah, because
Let's do
Hollywood
that.
doesn't, she doesn't run in the Hollywood cool crowd or whatever. But anyway,
Doesn't toe the line.
the story, like
Bullshit.
the only note I have that I was like, is that they didn't really capture just how big and how iconic Christy Martin was. Like, I remember I was like 16 years old and I grew up loving boxing. I knew who she was. And so like, and there was no female boxing at the time. And it's like she was on Mike Tyson undercards. Like, I mean, she was a big, big deal.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like, and like for me, like, I mean, she was in the Don King roster eventually. The story is fantastic. Really well done. It's like an art house type movie. Sydney Sweeney is very good in it. And it's probably her best movie. Then I watched another movie with her in it called The Housemaid. And the idea of the storyline and how they threaded it was very good. The ending was so unbelievably stupid. And
Yeah.
like, it's like
Well, that movie's
getting
not for you.
into what's that? No,
That movie,
it's like you can't spoiler alert for this movie. That's how stupid it is.
there's boobs in it.
Amanda
Gotcha.
Amanda Seyfried, 90-pound Amanda Seyfried, and 5'3" Sydney Sweeney overpower like a 35-year-old version of JWoww. And you're just like, that doesn't.
Wait. We're
What?
not talking about the girl from Jersey Shore. We're talking about a
No, yeah,
35-year-old giant bodybuilding monster man.
former world's strongest competition participant.
Right.
Like,
Guy.
that's who this guy was. And they somehow overpowered him. And I was like, I can't,
They used girl power.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah. I'm
But
like,
there's-
sometimes, girl power doesn't save the day. And this is one of these times. And now this, like you had endless amounts of ways in which you could have ended the movie. And I'm like, this is the way you did it? This is so stupid. Like, this is,
Yeah.
who's going to believe this? Like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. So it was just, it was written, very creatively written. The ending was just so stupid. And then Masters of the Universe. I thought it was really good.
Fantastic.
That was really good.
Fantastic. I had a
That's
great
on our,
time.
That's on our list here. I'm home all week. I don't work all week leading up to this vacation, and it's just me and the boys. And Kelly
Yeah.
hates going to the movies. She hates it. She does not like sitting in one dark room with other people. She's like, I'll watch a movie at home. She does not like going to the movies. I love going to the movies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the boys
Good.
and
I took Charlie. We had a great
she's going to
time.
be home all week trying to work while we're being assholes in the house. So we're just going to go to the movie, sit down, watch Masters of the Universe, and maybe if I can get the courage, we'll see The Mandalorian. Maybe.
Why don't we do this? I'll be up Friday, okay?
Yeah.
The money that you're going to give the Mandalorian, give it to me. I'll just kick you in the balls. And then, you know what I mean? Like, that's good.
And pull your hair.
Sounds fair.
Everybody wins.
I know.
Put a set of mouse ears on you.
I know the Star Wars franchise is dead. I'm just holding on. Like, please don't destroy something I loved so much, but they've already done it. Like, it's like
It's
asking a guy
no
at
more
a
than
track
fair.
meet not to stab you in the chest after he's already stabbed you in the chest.
Ooh, too soon. Too soon.
Oh, I heard you talking about this last week. Not the track meet.
Guilty.
Not
Guilty.
The track, not the
About
track
Star
meet.
Wars being dead.
I think one of the reasons why Star Wars is dead is because there's nothing else to grab your attention anymore. You know what I mean? There's not an original story approach thing that takes your focus off of Star Wars and puts it on something else. And so eventually when Star Wars does come back, you go, "Oh, Star Wars. Let's
Yeah,
see
I
what
like
they."
this.
Instead, you're just sitting and waiting, and they think 7 years is a long time, but it's not a long time. And so you just have the audience just sitting and waiting in between Star Wars TV shows and Star Wars cartoons
Yeah.
and Star Wars crap.
Well,
Now the Star Wars movie. Like
Crap.
you can't, like it's too much. It's overexposure.
yeah.
Like you gotta
Here's the
pull it all
problem.
back.
The problem for me with Star Wars is they gave like you had original 3 movies. I could have just watched those for the rest of my life. Every once in a while, just pop it on and enjoy the nostalgia and not really care about CGI because a lot of practical effects and some of it looked terrible, but
Right.
you didn't care because it was all about the story, not about the effects.
Right.
And then they had like books and comic books and stuff. So if I needed a little something extra, I could go in there and pick a thing that was up my alley. And now because they've like just shoved so much stuff out at you. Not only are they not only is all of Hollywood out of original ideas and good stories, but they're out of original ideas and good stories.
Yeah.
And not because they don't exist, they exist. Like there are authors that have written such incredible stuff for Star Wars that's captivating, that would go on to the big screen really, really well, that fit all the molds for Star Wars, but they think they're smarter than everybody else in the room and they want to make their thing. And not even to get into like, like
Right. Then go
political
do
stuff
that
or anything,
and
but
stop
like
calling it
they want
Star
to put
Wars.
they want to put their worldview into something and they realize if they don't put Star Wars on it, no one's watching it.
Yeah,
Like what's
because
that
it's
one? Netflix had one, I think, that was like a Star Wars like movie set of
Oh,
movies.
Rebel.
They were awful. They
Rebel
were
movie.
terrible. Nobody watched them. They're absolutely good garbage.
Yeah,
So Zack
and-
Snyder. That's the movie Zack Snyder wrote to be a Star Wars movie, and Lucasfilm was like, nah. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it this.
didn't work
yeah.
out.
Look, the thing that stinks is like with Star Wars, it's like you're not even watching a Star Wars movie anymore. You're just watching a corporate checklist.
Yeah.
From Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, make sure we have this included. Make sure the algorithm for the purchasers or the subscribers have all these demographics. Make sure this demographic is addressed, and this demographic is, and merchandising is addressed, and T-shirts.
Right.
You're just like bang, bang. So you're not watching a story. You're just watching a commercial for Star Wars, and
Yeah.
that's the thing that really sucks. And it's like they won't let you get up and breathe to go. I mean, from the last Star Wars, and what was it, 83?
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah.
the next one, which was what, 99?
Yeah.
99.
It's 16 years in between with Indiana Jones, Ghostbusters, The Matrix, like boom, boom, all these other different types of storytelling and growth and evolution.
Right.
And you don't have that with Star Wars. It's just there. It's just constantly getting. He's like Seth Rollins. It's just there. It's just there. He's not going away. It's over.
Still the
and
same
over.
character, and just
Still
changing.
the same character.
my
Still the
clothes.
same thing.
So you're
Repackaged
saying,
again.
Right.
That's the thing that sucks about it.
Star Wars is pro wrestling. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Like
everything's
the
pro
idea
wrestling.
of it.
Everything is.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah.
so-
It's just funny because it's like, and then yeah, it's just a shame because you have people who love it, but Disney just killed it and bled it dry.
So stop, because I don't want to get kicked in the balls. I'll just skip that one. I'll go see Masters of the Universe. We're
Yeah.
leaving. We're leaving. I can't hang out with you Friday. We're leaving Friday for Florida for our family vacation. We are going super long right now, so I cannot get into the black cloud of Nick Perloff vacations with you right now. But there is
No.
a story here.
Yes.
Yep. I mean,
That's per usual.
you are
Wait, another one?
Brian, you already know what I'm going to say, but we will wait. We'll do Ibiza part 2 next week, and I'll be checking in from Florida.
Okay.
I'll be doing the podcast from Florida. My nephew Ethan is going to stop by. My niece Abigail's going to stop by. Kyle will not be on.
Okay.
And we'll just see where we go. Now I know El Tuchador, he's also going to be in Florida on over the weekend. He's got a gig down in Miami. So I'm gonna try and see if I can
Bring-
coordinate with him, get maybe a little photo shoot. But
Bring the
we don't
mask.
know what'll happen.
Okay, we'll see.
So
Okay,
yeah, that's what I got for you.
right.
You're
So
never-
next week,
I wish we could show the footage of him taking the mask off because that was hysterical. Because he was in so much pain.
No. You can't.
looked
You
like-
never show a
was-
luchador taking his
oh.
mask off.
It was so funny.
I told him, I'm like, you look like a jumbo hot dog shoved into the end of the packaging. Like,
All right,
His
hold
nose
on.
was so compressed.
We're gonna kick out of 2 of this conversation. Well, no, we're gonna kick the audience out of 2 of this conversation. This is an after dark conversation.
Yeah.
So
okay, wait.
don't stop recording. Is that what you want to? You want to
Oh.
keep
No,
going?
don't stop recording. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
First of all,
Okay.
thank you for being on this jumbo-sized journey of adventure for this week's episode to our audience.
Yeah,
We
right.
covered a lot.
We did.
Right?
You have to like and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. We gotta take this thing further. So
Yeah. And
Juice us
this
up.
will be the last time we ever give a thorough explanation on how dude wipes work.
Oh,
that's a
well.
lie. That's a lie.
Yeah.
Nope.
Right.
Absolutely a lie.
Bring it.
We're gonna do it.
Okay.
There will
You
be,
might
That'll
not
be on
here.
one of the many.
there will be a
that'll be on one of
diagram.
the- That'll be on one of the many Brian-free podcasts.
Yeah. Tune in next week. We'll
All right,
start
I
the
gotta-
show with Butthole.
Listen, I got to put chips in the smoker. I got ribs and chicken thighs going on out there. I got to put chips on. The pool's not going to float in itself. I have alcohol to drink. I have a Ron Mexico cigar waiting for me right over there. So we have
Ooh.
things to do.
Okay.
Mhm.
I feel like we is you, not we. You.
Yeah. The royal we.
Yes.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the way,
Mhm.
honestly,
Yeah.
I just talked to you guys for an hour and 11 minutes. Well, Steve for a little bit longer while we waited for Brian. But
I'm
yeah,
exhausted.
the we is over now. That's it. We're done. We did it. The me time start now.
Me.
Me time start
It's-
now. Ugh.
I'm all out of tequila. I need more tequila.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Goodbye.